In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get your first high ticket coaching client, even with no testimonials. I'm talking 0 testimonials to be rich like Mr. Stark over here and hype like this coach over here. So let's jump into it. Let's go over your secret testimonial that you already have and you may have forgotten about. Then we'll go over optimizing your profile. So Instagram and YouTube, keep it very simple. We're going to go over creating intentional content that actually converts, the simple funnel that you need, and then we'll wrap up with some anti-scammer principles so you don't end up scamming all your new clients and students. So let's go over your secret testimonial again, it's secret and you may have forgotten, but it's you. So just like Kung Fu Panda with the dragon scroll, there is no secret. Right? You are the secret. You are the testimonial. You've already done what it takes, right? Just like all these people, it's not a new concept, but Alex Eubank in the fitness space, he was obviously whatever you call this physique, right? Getting somewhere. And then now he's jacked and shredded. And he shows his story constantly. You have Iman Ghazi, kind of the big brother in the online space, showed his story, his 10 years in YouTube and just what it's taken learning business online, the info space, obviously dominating there. Brez with brand scaling, same exact thing. Young kid, he even tells the story of being a young Fortnite kid, Shelby, to making money online. TGR with trading, Shelby Sapp with high ticket sales. They tell their story, and obviously once you start getting clients, you start signing people, then of course you show your results and your students' results, but you have a testimonial already. Don't think you don't. You are your testimonial. And it's kind of like the concept I explained to people of Karate Kid, right? You have Daniel-san here, you have Mr. Miyagi here. And if you remember the movie, he's having him do all these chores around his house and his cars, cleaning them. And there's this kind of famous quote, I guess it's wax on, wax off, where Daniel-san's having to do these movements with his hands while he's buffing and polishing these cars. Hours and hours and hours, and he's getting frustrated. He's like, when are you actually going to teach me karate? And it was just straight repetition and hard work that he was putting him through. And before you know it, all those movements, all that muscle memory just translated. All of a sudden, he is a karate kid and he's winning the whole tournament in the valley against some of the other champions, right? So you're a master at your craft already. You've already done the repetition and the hard work. You've already, done the wax on, the wax off part, and you've been successful in whatever it is that you do, whatever business model, fitness, whatever it is, right? You're a master already. You are your testimonial. You have enough proof. That is proof enough, right? So next is optimizing your profile, right? Here's, I guess, the Chad version of Mr. Beast. Let's go ahead and jump in. So I want to make this very clear. This is not me. I don't use dating apps. This is not my picture. But this right here are dating apps. And I want you to think about your profile kind of as that. If you know anything, it's like you swipe right when you match with someone. So same exact thing. You want to make sure that your profile, you're optimizing it for the type of person that you're looking for, that type of partner or fling, whatever it is that you're looking for. So that means like the bio, whatever you're saying, or like the details you're telling about yourself. You want to make sure that it's attractive. Even the pictures that you choose, all of that attractive to the type of person that you're looking for. Everyone there is choosing their best photos, is saying their best quotes, whatever it is, to find their person. So same exact thing. You're not looking for a romantic partner here in coaching, but you're looking for students, for clients, people that you can help. So let's go over what that kind of looks like. Really simple, right? Clean profile picture. So make sure that your face is super visible and it kind of gives off the vibe that you want. So in this case, kind of like luxury, on the computer doing some work. You want to make that very, very, very clean. Clear bio as well. Make it clear on what you actually do, who you help, kind of what your accomplishments are, and next steps for them to take. Very clear bio. Highlights. That's where, again, you see all these results here, because once you get your students and your clients coming in, you want to flex those results. You want to put them everywhere because it builds that credibility. But again, if we don't have any clients or students yet, you are your first, I guess, client because you've done it yourself. And it's probably taken you a long time. You can replicate that more than anyone. You can replicate that in such a shorter amount of time because you didn't have to, or they don't have to go through that trial and error that you had to go through, right? So that's where you can put your results, your proof, your story. Same thing, origin right here, that is your story. That is, your come up phase, your transformation, whether that was, again, in your physique, it's a business model, whatever that is for you. So results and credibility, these are your pinned reels. This is just a good base I always recommend. So that way, again, when someone pops up on your page and they start stalking your profile, looking at your videos, what are the first videos they're going to see when scrolling on your reels? Your pinned reels. So if that's the case, again, if we're thinking like dating, you want your best. You want to show your very best photos. You want to show your very best, sides of you. So same thing here. What we have here is, we'll get into these as well, but just remember right now, credibility, relatability, authority. Right here, we can show results in one of these pinned reels. This is your student closing a 5K deal. Again, you don't have a student yet, just swap it out with yourself. So your story, same thing. Your story, you can either pay someone to edit a video of you, send them a bunch of photos, videos of your come up stage, or you can edit it yourself. Doesn't really matter, but just make sure it's a really nice video that fits your brand, that shows who you are, right? This creates, again, relatability and connection with your audience. And then lastly, authority. This is some sort of like proof or live video. In this case, it's a live sales call, right? But you can do a live closing a real estate deal. You can do a live, deadlift, bench press, or something that shows authority in the fitness space. You can do live trading. Taking a trade that makes you $10,000, whatever it is that establishes some authority and shows that you actually are good at what you do. So next is YouTube. That again is for Instagram specifically. Let's go over YouTube. So same, here we see the same exact three things: authority, relatability, credibility, right? Authority here, again, I would just say like live, some sort of like proof that shows you doing the actual thing that you'd be helping people. Relatability, there's like a simple vlog, more talking, more time that you can kind of spend with your audience without, just trying to sell them. Credibility, again, this is a student here, just swap it out with yourself. So instead of putting a student there, your first one should be kind of just story of you and how a certain business model or method, whatever it is that you use to get the result that you did. Authority, again, same thing. Relatability, another vlog, right? And then also, this is another plus that I always recommend, is make a video of your business model or your method. So if you have a very specific method that you've kind of came up with, or that you just really found helpful in your fitness journey, let's say it's like a lean bulk or something, and that's what you preach and that's what you accredit everything to now. You can say how I lost, or how I got my dream physique by lean bulking, something like that. Something that makes it very clear on what your business model or method is. So you stand out from everyone else and people know, okay, this is what I'm getting from this person, right? So next step is creating intentional content. You have the good profile now, everything's dialed in, right? But if you don't actually put yourself out there, you don't make new content, it's no point, right? Because content's kind of a big deal. So let's go over that. Again, I want you to keep it very simple, because we can dive into crazy content strategies and formats and schedules and cadence that you want to follow. But honestly, this is kind of the core principles. If you follow these, you will get better. If you're consistent, you will get better and you won't have a problem. It's not as hard as people make it sound. It is hard, of course, but if you understand it like this very simply and you're consistent, you'll be fine. So results and credibility, again, this is the pattern that we're going to repeat. So we want to be intentional with our content. We want every single piece of content that we post. Don't just post because you feel like, oh, I feel good, I look good here, let me just post this photo or video. Don't do that. Do not do that. If you're building an actual business online, if you're building your high ticket coaching business, you want every single piece of content that you post to have a purpose. So either it creates credibility, either it creates relatability, or it creates authority. And this is the exact cycle that we're going to repeat. You'll kind of find your smooth rhythm of like percentage of each of those. And I can make a separate video on that as well. But just remember, just for now, not to overload you, one of those things every single piece of content should accomplish. So here's another example just along the profile. Credibility, boom, coaching students right here, right? Relatability, boom, just talking about I don't even know what here, past couple months, how much money he was making, right? And what that's kind of looked like for him. Someone could relate to that. Maybe it's like their dream life or something. Authority. Again, live objection handling right here. So again, that could be something live for you, doing a certain fitness technique that a lot of people can't do, closing a big deal that is maybe more challenging than other people in the real estate space, making a good swing trade, whatever niche you're in, plug in the blank, right? So I can show you even right in my examples of my profile, do the same exact thing. And everything we talk about here, I do the exact same thing. And I'm very intentional about. You can watch, you can honestly just learn by going through myself or clients' profiles and funnels, everything. Like feel free, go funnel hack, do what you got to do. And you'll see exactly why we do everything. So here it is, credibility. What do I have? A video, a clip of a testimonial here, real quick, a little montage of students' results, right? Or client results in this case. Entrepreneur's perfect life. Here's relatability. Again, just a talking video of me that a lot of people that are similar to me in my ICP, the people that I want to work with, are actually going to resonate to. I'm working with, as you guys know, and assuming you're watching this video like you should be, coaches, right? Entrepreneurs, people who are trying to get into coaching, and people who are trying to scale their coaching, and specifically high ticket coaching. So what does that mean? I can make a video that maybe is a little bit more broad than those type of people, but still they find themselves in that bubble. And people will relate to this. People will actually connect, right? And same thing with authority. Then you'll see the videos posting of understand your ICP, little things, little pieces of value that people can not just, I guess like mental masturbate to and just think, oh, wow, that was really cool, and just scroll past but never do anything with, but actually applicable pieces of value that someone could take and get better with, right? So boom. In this case, again, just quick, like understanding your ICP video, something that if you've seen, you're going to want to see this full video too. You can check it out. It's actually on this channel. So let's move forward. Oops, there we go. So same thing with Shelby 7. I just chose this as a big player just to show you, like, I'm not making this up. This is what works. Everyone does this, right? Everyone's successful. You can see with her, she rips the relatability content, the little talking videos, and she really sells to her demographic, again, of females who want to earn more and work remote, all that thing. So here's a video that's creating relatability. A woman who's watching this, she's like, oh, wow, you're, drinking matcha at 11 a.m. in your pink Porsche, and you just finished Pilates class, like that. Right there, they relate to Shelby in that case. Same thing with credibility. Her sales story from going door to door, and even before that, off the top of my head, she was a barista as well, and then going to being a $1 million plus CEO, and then authority finally. Right here with her going through some objections, how she would handle things, showing that again she's really good at what she does. Relatability, write this down if you haven't already. Relatability, credibility, and authority. Those three right there will take you far. So let's go finally to the simple DM funnel that we're going to run through, which sneak peek is with Calendly. Just to keep it simple again if you're just starting off. So here are just some examples, right? You have a DM funnel that most people are running, coaches online. There's other funnels too, honestly, though. If you're just trying to get your first couple of clients, you can get so many more with this. It works so well. But just a quick DM call to action. So DM me H to S for advanced coaching. DM me copy, right, for Cardinal Maze for copywriting. DM me motion for trading with Riley. DM me season, SZN, for tricking, basically, almost like parkour, doing tricks, doing flips and stuff with Jacoby. So this is not new. Everyone already does this. These are the things I want you guys to see this and be like able to recognize when you see it next time. You're not just going to see someone's profile. Wow, how are they making all this money? How are they getting all these views? You're going to be able to look and see, oh, that's how I can do it too. So simple DM funnel. You can pause and read all of this if you want to, but pretty much just, kind of a reach out connection that's made there. And then a good conversation starter, getting a good understanding of what their situation is, and make sure you're not sounding salesy or pushy or needy. Genuinely try to help the person. Like, stop and ask questions and get an understanding of where they're at and where they want to go. So in this case, just like this, how long have you been doing what you're doing right now? Okay, well, it could probably be better. Damn, bro, have you been looking for a new offer, something better? How much are you looking? Good follow up from the setter. Next, we go hop on a quick call. So boom, you're kind of positioning the call as the solution to whatever their problem is, right? Right, just getting them booked on this call. This is where you use Calendly. So if you see this link right here, this is a go high level link, but again, keep it really simple. Just use Calendly at the beginning if you need to. It's free. Just send them your calendar link. They'll go ahead and book a time right there. And then from there, you just make sure it's a good fit, right? We also have financially qualified in the DMs. You can do this or you can not do it. I recommend if it's just your first couple clients, then probably just hop on the call with them. Make sure they're serious. You could always get them on the phone. Once you get them on the Calendly, if you require their phone number, now you have their phone number. You call them up. So that's literally everything you need. Last thing, again, that we talked about, we'll go over, is anti-scammer principles. Because guess what? Now you just landed your first client or your first couple clients. The problem is, how do you not be a scammer? What do you actually do to get them results, right? Because scammers are everywhere. So first one is, I'm just going to give you a couple, is actually deliver and get results. Put your students and your clients first, right? Don't just try to get people into your program so you can make money off of them and, tell them, okay, yeah, you just need to work harder, and give them some mindset training if that's not what they paid for. Think about like Amazon. When you buy something from Amazon, you're so confident that you're going to get your delivery at whatever time it says, right? If it says, okay, boom, it'll be there in 2 to 3 days, then okay, by that third day, it's going to be there on your doorstep or in your mailbox. You want to have that type of just strong brand trust and reliability that someone knows, okay, I will spend $500, $100, $30, all this type of money here and there on this website called Amazon because of the reputation that they have. You want to have that type of reputation because, again, it might just be your first couple clients, but the more that you build, the more that you continue to help, that is the one thing that you want to value the most, your reputation and your brand, because that's what's going to take you far. That's what doesn't happen to the scammers. They end up getting exposed, someone debunks them, whatever it is. We don't want that. So actually deliver, get them results, put your students and your clients first. And then finally, the last thing I'll leave you with is, there's a principle that's really helped me, and I know will help you guys too, and all my clients, is give more than you take, right? So don't, again, if you've been successful in business, you should have an understanding of this, but it's always a good reminder. Make sure that you're not focused on just what you can get. Focus on just providing value. And I use Alex Hormozy here as an example because he's kind of preached this belief of give everything away for free. Give everything, all your value, all your videos, make everything free, and just sell the implementation or the one-on-one help or the extra support or the coaching, whatever it is, right? But give everything, all the knowledge, everything else away for free, and give more than you take until eventually people are giving you more than they can take, right? So this is actually even how he set the world record. He built such a strong brand. People got so much value from the first couple of books in this series that he has. And when he dropped this next book, he made $100 million off this book in like the first 48 hours, breaking the whole record. So he practiced exactly what he preaches, and worked out for him, right? But that wraps up another video. I also made a step-by-step document just breaking down step-by-step everything that we just went through. That way you can get it done as quick as possible. If you want that, just DM me on Instagram, and feel free to comment, subscribe. Let me know what videos you want to see next, and I'll talk to you later.